Hello everyone, back in the room again. Sorry we didn't go fishing today. It's been raining all day and couldn't make it out there. Sucks. I want to take y'all guys fishing. Catch some fish with you guys. Have a good time doing it. But couldn't make it out there today. Try to make it out there sometime. This week. But this is just gonna be me in my room talking. And I'm just enjoying, not being homeless. I've been homeless. It ain't the life you wanna live. But yeah, I'm gonna just talk, just tell you a little bit more about me. How it was living on the streets. You a little bit more background on how it was for me being homeless. I was homeless from late 2018 to mid 2019. So from about August of 2018 to about June, about June of 2019. So about a year. It was rough. First off, I was in the Carolina Center for Behavioral Health, because I was having suicidal ideations and wanted to end my life. I'd been raped and just wasn't having it and wanted to end it. Fast forward a month after being there, I got out. I got out and was staying at this homeless shelter called I can't think of it, man. Called like Home the Heart or something like that, and was there for about 3 months before I got kicked out. I got kicked out because I was drinking. This older gentleman, we were doing like winter shelter, and this older gentleman walked in and he was drunk as a skunk. Had a bottle of vodka. I took the bottle of vodka to throw it away, and instead of throwing it away like I was supposed to, I drank the bottle, smoked a cigarette, hid the bottle, then went after a while, after about 15, 20 minutes, I went back outside and got the bottle and drank the rest of it. Went back in and they breathalyzed me because I guess they saw me going to get a bottle. So they breathalyzed me, and I got kicked out. I had to stay in the winter shelter that night, and was then when the winter shelter wasn't open, it was warm enough for the winter shelter not to be open. I would stay in the parking lot across the street from the shelter. So when the winter shelter was open, I could just walk and be waiting for them to let us in. I was homeless in Greenville for about January of 2019. Then I was sent to Three Rivers. It's kind of like the Carolina Center, about the same thing. Um, and stayed there for about a month or so. Then went to um, then they got me a bed at this homeless shelter, but I stayed out late one night past curfew and they wouldn't let me in. They'd given my bed away. So I just slept in a at a bus stop. Like behind the bus stop in the grass behind the bus stop. And I I would sleep there for most nights, or I'd sleep in the park. Um when it was raining, there's um like this place like under an awning you could go and be out of the rain. And I'd go there and hang out with different people. Um, started smoking crack because I was hanging out in the park too much, and um, I was doing either like go around asking people for money, or I'd make a cardboard sign and hold the sign up in the middle of the road, and people would give me money. Take it straight back to the park and buy some crack. Um, one night, um, when I was in the park, me and a friend of mine and two women were in the bathroom. It was like like 1 in the morning, like late. I'd had a good day flying a sign. Had like $100. Spent it all on crack. And dude, he had some, and the girls they didn't have any. We end up we were in the bathroom. There was a girl in each stall, and me and my buddy would um go back and forth between each stall having sex with these girls. And um it was a good night. It was like 3 hours. We didn't stop till about like 3 in the morning. Um and went to sleep like um on a bench like in the park. And then I went with that friend to this place. It was a road called Bush River Road, and I stayed behind the Walmart in a tent with this girl named Tabitha, and she did meth and heroin, and I was already doing that before I met her, but um me and her would fly signs together and get high as fuck every night and fuck and um have a good time. And then me and her just kind of split up, and I started hanging out with this dude I'd met named Fish, and we he had this tree house in the woods near the river, and we'd go out there, we'd go fly signs and um go pick up the product and take it back to his little tree house, get fucked up, go to bed. He had a little dog, it had one leg, the cutest little dog ever. I have one leg, and and um we just hang out and talk. Neither of us could fucking sleep because they all geeked out on meth and heroin, but um we just sit, talk, smoke cigarettes and weed, and pet his dog. His dog would bite me sometimes, which just it kind of pissed me off, but it was okay because it didn't really hurt. It wasn't too hard. Um, then I stopped hanging out. Well, I still hung out with fish from time to time, but I didn't really hang out with them as much as I used to. And I started hanging out with this older man um, named Pete. And Pete he was cool, but dude was crazy. Dude was pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But I hung out with him. We we'd go to different places. We'd go to Harbison Walmart. Um, Broad River, different places on Bush River, St. Andrews Road, just fly signs and walk around doing meth and heroin all day. Then one day, I, I just got out of jail because I went to jail for shoplifting. I just got out of jail and I'm walking, Pete and my buddy Wayne were driving and saw me when I was walking and picked me up, and they're like, oh, man, you. So our buddy JT had gone. He nobody could find him, so we tried to look for him, and we went to the spot where he had last saw him. So I got a car and I went around and I found him. He was dead in an alleyway from a drug overdose, and it was crazy because he had been sitting there for like at least 3 or 4 days before I'd found him, and um, freaking yeah, like there was ants eating his legs. There's a fly flew out of his eye. It was crazy, man. I still like have nightmares about that shit, and that's what really made me quit the 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 heroin. I was still doing meth, but that made me quit heroin. Then yeah, I was still hanging out with Pete, and me and Pete kind of had a falling out one night because he was going through withdrawals. He couldn't get nothing. And he was mad because he couldn't get anything. And we both had money though, but he couldn't get anything. So I went back to Bush River and found my buddy Tex. And Tex um, got some for us. And, well, got some for me and him. Pete had took off and went somewhere else. And kind of pissed me off. Yeah. And me and Tex started hanging out more, and we'd hang out in like Bush River or go to this place called Greystone Boulevard and fly signs and have a good time. We used to stay on the river all the time, and just we had like sleeping bags, and we'd get like food and whatever we needed, and we could like eat on the river, have a good time, and you know, um, then I hung out with Tex for about 2 or 3 months before I was like, I couldn't take it anymore. I got to the point where I was like, fuck this. I'm done with it. I want to move forward and get out of this life. So I'd called my friend Dino, and he picked me up and took me to uh, Transitions. It's a homeless shelter here in Columbia. I stayed in Transitions for from like June to like December, like 7 months, 6, 7 months before I moved into where I'm living now. It's the Mercy Youth Housing Program. and I've been here since December, the 1st of December. It's April now, so going on um, 5 months. I've been staying here, and it's been nice. I like the place. It's way cleaner than Transitions was, and it's a better environment for me to be in. Um, but this kind of sucks right now because of the quarantine thing and the coronavirus and all that. Man, I kind of had enough of it. I don't want to be locked in my room anymore. I'm not really locked in my room. I can go outside, but be in by like 5 o'clock, and it's just bullshit. Gosh, I um, this is my fourth vlog of my since I've been doing these things. I was gonna go fishing with you guys today, but oh, sorry, I didn't even see that. But it's been raining and raining all day, and it's just bull. It hasn't been the best day for me. But I want to say, I love you guys. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Snapchat. I think it's under Johnny Rains, or it's Jonathan Rains, or Johnny Bravo. But yeah, God bless you, and I wish you guys well. Bye.